Euro USD live Monday, the 9th of September 2024, market direction with entry, stop loss, and the take profit. And remember, guys, on this very live stream, I'm going to be giving away for free my trading strategy that I use to actually call these directions. So definitely thank you so much for joining me right here on this live stream. You know that every Monday to Friday, my local time, which is 8:30 a.m., or if you're using the New York time, it is exactly at 1:30 a.m. I jump onto these live streams to basically share what I believe the direction of the day is going to be like on the Euro USD. Now, if you do not know, this is the world's most traded pair because there's so many transactions between the US and the Eurozone area. So definitely, if you are out there and you're looking for where the direction of the day is going to be like, if you're someone who basically, has some doubts when it comes to your daily bias, this is the live stream you should always jump on to basically get to know what the direction of the day is going to be like. Now, when it comes to the strategy that I use to call these directions, it is a 50% win rate strategy with a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. So definitely, if you're out there and you do not have a strategy, this is the live stream that you should always get onto because I give out that this strategy for free. So if you are out there and you do not have a strategy, definitely you should take this for yourself. So I would like to say something. When should you increase your size when it comes to trading? I mean, your position size, when do you have to increase it when you're trading? I know you've been trading and you've gone through some series of good wins, and you feel like you should be increasing your size when it comes to your positions you take in the market. So, when should you be doing this? Now, for me, in my opinion, your size should always be proportionate to your account that you are trading with. So if let's say if you have a $10,000 account or $100,000 account, your position size should correspond to your position, or basically your position size should correspond to your trading account. So basically what I mean by this, you should always not jump to say, okay, yesterday I traded maybe one lot. Today I'm going to be trading 5 lots. It's not just like that. You should be able to use what I call a position size calculator. And there are so many out there. For me, I use my FX book, the position calculator there. It is a very good one. So I always use this to actually be able to determine the size that I'm going to be trading with on my account. So basically, this is my best advice to you. Do not just, bump up your trading size just because you've had a series of winners that particular week. So this is not how it works. You have to basically follow what your trading account size is. And then this is when you're actually going to go to the position size calculator and be able to determine the kind of size you should use for your particular account size. So this is my opinion on this. So thank you so much for whoever is joining right now. Thank you for joining. I greatly appreciate you guys jumping onto these live streams with me to basically be able to call these directions with me because I share this for free every Monday to Friday. And if you are an ardent follower, you know that I always get these right 50% of the time. So what do I mean by this? That for every at least 10 trades, at least I get 5 of those correct. And this is what you need for profitability in the market, guys. You don't need a 90%. There's something I also want to talk about, and that is, your win rate versus your risk to reward ratio. So many times, you see someone looking for a strategy that gives them a 90% win rate or strike rate in that sense. So you should know that the higher the win rate or strike rate, the lower the risk to reward ratio will be. Now, for me, with my strategy, which is a 50% win rate strategy, it has a 1 to 4 to be profitable in the market. So guys, so if you're out there and you're looking for a strategy to trade, definitely this, I believe, is going to be the strategy that you go back home with, because it's a very, very simple strategy to grasp, and it basically doesn't need maybe a very high time frame bias. Maybe you going to maybe a day, a 1 day, time frame to see exactly how price action is there, then drop down to maybe 4 hour or maybe 1 hour. Then finally, if you're taking your entries on the 1 minute, it is not going to confuse you in that way. I basically, use the daily candle to be able to determine where the direction is going to go on the next day. So from the daily candle, I basically go to the 1 hour time frame, and then I'm able to make my entries on the 5 minute time frame. And it requires nothing but very, very simple steps. So if you're out there and you lack clarity on your strategy, definitely this is the strategy that you're going to be trading, because it's a very simple strategy, guys. So for me, there is some kind of routine that I always go through on a daily basis before I even jump onto the charts. And personally, I'm a purely technical trader. And if you watch the live stream on Friday that I made, basically in regards to NFP, you know that I called that direction out right the way it played out. And basically, this is what I do every single day, Monday to Friday. I always do this. So if you're out there and you do not have a strategy to trade, definitely this is going to be the strategy that you use to be able to, trade these markets. The Euro USD is the most traded pair. So it has less manipulations. It has it really flows just the way you would like it to flow. So basically, that's what I'm trying to say. So for me, I'm a purely technical trader. So when it comes to the markets, uh, before I even get onto the charts, I also like to look at the fundamental side to see basically what they are saying on that side. Although I do not trade fundamentals, but I like to see what they're saying so that I'm not on the total opposite of these fundamentals. And there are majorly two websites that I use when I'm doing this. And website number one, I'm going to be sharing it just in a bit. I'll be sharing that website for you guys to see exactly what I'll be seeing on my end. So let me try and share my screen so that you guys are able to see exactly what I'll be seeing on my end. So the very first website that I actually use to check out the fundamental side of things is this website right here. It's called Bloomberg.com. So on Bloomberg.com, they're able to share exactly what the major stories in the financial markets are. And basically, when you go to www.bloomberg.com, you'll be able to, get onto this page right here, and then you come to markets. So under markets here, you're able to check out currencies, and then you'll be selecting the currency of your choice. For me, I trade the Euro USD, so that's exactly what I've selected out. So basically, you scroll and check under the related news when it comes to either the United States dollar or the euro. So basically, you can see right here that for ECB rate cutters, the music is as important as the words. Then Asia stock outlook worsens as downturn fears grow. Analysts say yuan rally tested as China's economic pain to offset Fed boost. European luxury shares 240 billion route is just the beginning. Then Trump tariffs for shunning dollar. Yellen no red lights more. So Trump pledges 100% tariff for countries that shun dollar. Okay. Okay. So Now, for me, as I am checking out this website, I'm basically looking out for the major news in the market. If there's nothing major, then I'm not concerned with the fundamentals. So I'm only and only looking out for major news. So keyword there is major news. If there's nothing major, then I'm not, concerned about those fundamentals. So that's why I told you guys, for me, most of the times I'm a purely technical trader. So once I'm done checking out Bloomberg.com, the other website I like to see or check out is this right here, forexfactory.com. So forexfactory.com, basically I basically filtered it out to only show me the red folder news events, because these are the major drivers, or they are the major movers of the market. So these are high impact news events that are basically going to be dropped in the market. So for today, which is the 9th of September 2024, you can clearly see that there's nothing like major news right here on this website. So what I'll go ahead and do is basically ignore this. Now, the reason maybe behind this, the reason behind me basically filtering it out this way to only show me the red folder news events is simply because usually as this news drops, actually many of the brokers that we use, they tend to actually widen their spreads. So for most of the times, what I like to do is basically you know manage my trade as these news events drop. For me, what I do is basically, try and move my stops to break even so that I don't get slipped as much as, many of these brokers do during these news or red folder news events, because you could have maybe anticipated or maybe predetermined to maybe lose, that if that particular position goes against you, you maybe want to only lose maybe 10 pips, for example. And then as the news drops, it ends up slipping you 10 pips more. So you end up losing more than you had earlier anticipated. So you do not want this to happen to you when you are trading, because this will mess up your 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 P&L. It will mess up your calculations and all that. So if you do not want this to happen, then in my suggestion, you would rather actually move your stop to break even as these news events are dropping. So you need to know exactly the time this news is going to drop so that you do not fall on the opposite side of this news. So basically, this is the reason I check out these two websites, because they are the websites that drop the news. So you must know exactly where the fundamentals are, or when the fundamentals are going to be dropped in the market. So basically, this is it with the fundamental side of things. And then at this very moment, we are going to be getting into the technical part, where basically I'm going to be showing you exactly what exactly the direction of the day is going to be like, based off of my 50% win rate strategy with 1 to 4 risk to reward. So are you ready? Should we get into this? Okay, without any further ado, let's get right there. So now this is exactly what we have for today on the chart. Now, when it comes to the strategy, it is a strategy that utilizes the previous day's candle. And basically what I mean here, I try to look at the price action from the previous day. Now, the previous day, which was the 6th of September 2024, you remember that on Friday last week, we actually had NFP, the non-farm payroll. You see right here, this was the candle. This was the big candle on NFP day. You know that I called out this direction that if price gets to this level, it will be dropping. So that's exactly what price did on that day. So basically, what I always do, or how the strategy is traded, or how I trade this strategy, is basically look at the previous day's candle, and then I drop down to look at the price action on the 1 hour time frame. So this was basically the price action. Now, as I look at this price action, the thing I'm always looking out for is what I call an area of interest. So what is an area of interest? The area of interest, according to me, this can either be an order block. It can either be a fair value gap. This can be equal highs or equal lows. So any of these, I like to refer to them as an area of interest where price always on the next day likes to drop back into, and then once it has dropped into that area, then price reverses in the other direction. So this is as simple as that, guys. It's how simple this particular strategy is. And as I tell you, I've traded this particular strategy for over a year now. This is roughly a year and a half now that I've traded this particular strategy, and I always like showing you. I always share here on the channel those trading results. You know that every single month I've been profitable from when I started trading this strategy. So it is a very profitable strategy. And if you're out there and you're looking for a strategy to trade, definitely this is the strategy that you'll be trading, on your account or on any of your accounts. This is the strategy because it's a very profitable, it is well proven, and you'll be able to trade it just the same way I trade this very strategy. So basically this was the price action from the previous day, which was 6th of September 2024. And then when we look at the areas of interest, we do not see any area of interest from that day. So you can see price wicked out whatever was there. Then it also wicked out this side. So there's no area of interest. What do we then go ahead and do? So you can see we have an order block right here. There's an order block right here. So let me try and catch this measurement. If this measurement is less than 20 pips from here, if it's less than 20 pips, then I'm most likely going to wait for price to, take out any of the stops resting below this order block. So this is what I would do. So I'll wait for price to actually come all the way down here. Let me try and zoom this in. Let me zoom this in so that I get this line crispy clear. Okay, just at this level right here at 1.10400. So that's one level that I'm going to be, checking out very well. But if price is able to give me an entry that measures at least 20 pips to this order block, then I'll be able to take an entry right at when price has taken out the low of the Asian session. Just when price takes out the low of the Asian session, if price gives me an entry when that entry actually measures at least 20 pips from this particular order block, then I'll be able to make an entry before price even takes out this order block. So that's level number one. So I would expect price to come, take out this particular order block, and then stops resting below there. I expect price to move to the upside. But if this doesn't happen, I've told you that if price is able to give me an entry right after it has taken out the low of the Asian session right there, then if price reverses and gives me an entry, then I'll be able to take that. But if it doesn't happen this way, the other level I'll be looking at for price to actually, take out is this right here, because to the upside, we do not have any kind of area of interest from the previous day. This, I mean, we don't have any fair value gap. We don't have any order block right here from the previous day. So I'll be ignoring anything and only considering, the high for the Asian session today. So basically, this is what I mean. So I'll be looking at this particular level right here at 1.10911. So that's the other level I'm going to be keenly looking at. I'm going to be intently looking at this level because I expect price to actually either take out this level or price to take out this particular level right here. And then once it has taken out this level, these are the two levels I'll be looking at today, the 9th of September 2024. So once price gets to any of these levels, either this or this, then what I do, you can clearly see this analysis has been done on the 1 hour time frame. So what I do after that is basically when price gets to any of these levels, either this or this, then I drop down to the 5-minute time frame, and this is where I take my entry. Now, when it comes to entry, what I do is basically wait for price to form an inversion fair value gap, and then once price has formed an inversion fair value gap, this is when I take my entry. And when it comes to my stop loss, I use 10 pips as my stop loss. You can see it's a very mechanical stop loss. I use 10 pips because I've noticed or noted that over experience, over the time I've traded this particular strategy, price always keeps within that range of 10 pips. So basically, I like to use 10 pips as my stop loss. And when it comes to the take profit, I use 30 pips as my take profit. But I also like to squeeze this to a 1 to 4 to basically be able to make some extra profits from the market. So basically, this is how I trade this strategy. It is as simple as that, guys. So if you're out there and you have some questions, you can go ahead and leave those questions down in the comment section. I'll be gladly answering you back. And if you happen to find some value from this particular live stream, please, you can go ahead and put or leave a like on this video or on this live stream, and as well you can subscribe to the channel and as well share this particular live stream maybe with a friend or colleague that struggles with the daily bias, because as you've seen, it is as simple as I've laid it down. I've shown you everything that entails this particular strategy. So this is exactly what I'm going to be looking out for today. But remember, guys, you should be able to manage your risk well. If you do not manage your risk well, definitely you will not turn profitable in this market. So basically, if price doesn't get to any of these levels today, then I'm not trading. So basically, these are the kinds of rules I set myself that I must always abide by these rules. If you are a trader out there and you're always breaking your own rules, then no wonder you're not turning profitable, guys. So no wonder you are not turning profitable. So you should be able to always follow your rules to the dot, guys. Do not deviate from your rules, because this is how you remain unprofitable in this market. So basically, this is what I'll be looking at for today, or this is what I'm going to be looking at for today. And hope you emulate the same and be able to trade just the same way I trade right here on the channel. This is exactly how I trade, and you can be able to make the same exact trades or take the same exact trades that I take in the market. So I wish you the very best. I wish you a good trading day. Remember to manage your risk right. Have yourselves a good trading day.